Char Communications Incorporated and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hi everybody, it's Char and Sunny, and today is March 25th, 2016. Two things I want to talk about before I introduce my guest. My heart goes out, I know all of our hearts go out to the people in Belgium. I spent time in Belgium. I had primetime TV shows there. The people were so supportive and so sweet and so open to psychic work and intuition. And please join me and let's say a little prayer for everybody and keep them in the light. Let's just have a few seconds of silence for those people in Belgium. Okay, and the other thing is, a dear friend of mine passed away this week. His name was Gary Shandling. He's a famous comedian, and it was unexpected. I was on his show, the Larry Sanders Show, and I played myself. And if you want to watch the episode, it's called I Buried Sid. And Gary was a genius and kind and generous and loving and really ahead of his times and truly believed in intuition and listening to your guidance. So, Gary, if you're out there and you can hear me, I love you and keep in touch. I think he will. I hope he does. Okay. Speaking of keeping in touch, I have a guest today who is in touch with a lot of different things that channel through her. And she asked me if she could channel here today, and I said no. Which already whoever's channeling through her may be upset with me, but I want to hear about it. I don't want somebody. I've seen too many channeling things that really don't work out, and I want to learn from Nora Herold. It's good to have you, Nora.
It's great to be here, Char. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. I want to learn, and we all want to learn about what you do. And you're a healer. You're a Reiki healer, yes. But you're also a channeler. And my fascination with you is that you channel alien beings, right?
We refer to them.
What do you call them?
Extraterrestrial beings,
okay.
Or extra-dimensional beings.
Okay.
Those are the terms we like to use.
And I'm fascinated with that, actually. And also the Lemurians.
Yes.
Now, do the Lemurians speak through you?
There are beings who come through me that call themselves Lemurian and Lyran in origin.
Okay, explain to our audience to me who the Lemurians are.
Yes, okay. So the Lemurians began as a species on another planet altogether from this one, somewhere in Orion's belt. Mm-hmm. During a period of time that the Pleiadians have referred to as the Galactic Wars.
And tell us who the Pleiadians are. That's who she wanted to speak through her today, just so you know.
The Pleiadians, and the Pleiadians are fine with having me translate in this way.
Good.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there's no conflict.
Okay.
They're happy to be here in whatever form.
Okay,
We're
good.
all happy.
Okay.
The Pleiadians are a 12th dimensional collective that we would call perhaps the spirit guides of the beings who incarnate on the Pleiades star system.
Okay, so do they bring in the Lemurians, or how does that? But see, I was told
Yes.
that Lemuria was a lost continent before Atlantis.
It was.
Okay, and then they went in spaceships
They did.
because otherwise they wouldn't be able to survive.
That's
and then
correct.
they ended up in another galaxy.
That is all accurate. I have other pieces that I have accessed as well. So Lemuria began on another planet that was destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Those beings came to our world,
Okay.
created a civilization here called Lemuria,
Right.
and then had to leave this planet. However, they sent some of the hybrids, meaning they created a hybrid race between the Earthlings and the Lemurians, sent those hybrids to Atlantis, then most left Earth.
Okay. So they were here before Atlantis.
Yes.
And do you know about the land under the land, the people who live in the land under the land?
That's not information that I have accessed directly, but I have heard about that philosophy. I have some understanding of that, but that's not really my realm. That piece specifically.
And what exactly then do you do with the Pleiadians? Is that what they're
Yeah,
called?
Pleiadians.
And the collective Lemurians. Tell us what they do with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Pleiadians are here working with us now, and I work primarily with the Pleiadians. The Lemurians and Lyrans, they kind of come in as specialists. You know how that is.
These are alien beings
The
from other terrestrial beings.
Yes, however, they are not in physical bodies. They are spirit form.
Okay, so they're spirits.
Yes. They are higher vibrational entities.
They're
Yes.
like
spirit guides.
Or somebody's dead grandmother.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Right. So they're not currently incarnate in humanoid form or physical form.
Okay.
Yes. So they are working with us at this time to help humanity collectively raise our consciousness because of the shift that we're experiencing here.
And tell us what that shift is going on right now.
So the shift in consciousness that we're experiencing, according to the Pleiadians, the Lemurians, the Archangel Michael, all of the beings that I interact with, the shift we're experiencing is we're in the process of integrating our higher selves, or what they would also call our fifth dimensional identities, into our third dimensional chakra systems. So we are pulling in, or giving ourselves the illusion of pulling in this higher vibrational energy into our bodies that's uplifting all of human consciousness, giving us the ability to co-create and collectively create a healthier and more prosperous reality for all of humanity.
Okay, so are they going into everybody?
Yes.
Okay, well, what about the terrorists that just blew up Belgium and Paris and Syria? And how are they infiltrating in those people who are suicide bombers?
I understand that question, and I understand that concept is kind of difficult to digest when you look at it from a world event like that. All right, so we live in a polarity. We live in a reality of light and dark.
I agree with you.
And we are seeing the magnification of that light and dark right now. And some have volunteered to operate as the magnification of the darkness, while some are operating as the magnification of the light, so we can close the gap on the polarity and operate collectively in a more harmonious fashion.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So, well, you know, while I'm asking you these questions and I'm thinking about it, the suicide bomber blew himself up so he can't do it again.
Exactly.
He can't do it again.
And you'll think then how karma works, you know, and what he'll experience in his next incarnations, or perhaps the way I always step back and look at the big picture. Like, what was it? What trauma was it sitting inside someone that wasn't tended to, that activated that darkness within them and caused them to take that act. Because you go back far enough on anyone's timeline, you're going to find a traumatized child.
From past lives, you
Or
mean?
this life.
Or this life, right.
This life.
Yeah. Okay, so I read in your bio that I'm not sure how to put it, you were in trance for a long time, or you left your body, or what happened?
It wasn't that I was in trance or left my body. It's that when I awakened, okay, I'm a rip a Band-Aid off all at once kind of girl, all right?
Okay.
So I went from like being a waitress, trying to be an actress, pushing against a reality that wasn't working for me, into a depression, bad breakup, blah, 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 all that stuff. That took me to a place of surrender and asking for help.
Okay.
And
it's fair.
In that moment of asking for help, I heard from a being whose name...
Which being?
My spirit guide, Mirando.
Okay. Is it a spirit guide, or
Spirit
is it
guide.
an alien guide? It's a spirit guide from heaven.
Yes.
From the angels,
Yes,
or whatever.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes, a higher dimensional being. And we all have them. We all have guides,
Right.
angels that are here. So this
I
was
do believe we all have guardian angels
Yes.
and spirit guides.
Yes, this is my main guide, Mirando, at the time, and I heard from him. I knew his name started with an M. I didn't know what the heck channeling was. I'd read tarot cards for years, so I was very interested. I was always interested in ETs and UFOs.
Right.
But Mirando showed up with this transmission of unconditional love that was so profoundly shifting for me. It was undeniable to me that I had contacted a being like that.
It was.
You have to experience it
It
to
was
understand
enlightening.
it. Yes. And then very quickly, I started accessing my past life memories, all my records. I started running energy through me, like I'm waitressing and helping people get rid of their headaches and stomach aches while, the people
So
I'm working with.
you were healing.
Yeah, I'm doing that work while...
You realized you were a healer.
Yes, yes. So I was doing all this, and I'm accessing all this really high information, right? And my life still sucked.
So you were like going, here's your French fries. Your neck's going to be better.
Yeah, but sometimes I wouldn't say it out loud because I used to get in trouble at the restaurant. My managers would pull me aside and say, okay, you're freaking out the customers. Like, you can't do that anymore.
And where was this?
Chicago.
Oh, even in the Midwest.
Yes.
That'll do it.
It was at a country western restaurant called Bub City that seated 600 people, played country western music. That's where I was working when I awakened. And I like to share that because I think people think like, oh, you have to be really special to be intuitive, to be psychic, to access your gut. We're all capable of doing this.
Right.
Everybody's
Everybody's intuitive, everybody's psychic, but not everybody is capable to help other people.
That's correct. You have to be able to...
Not everybody is qualified. Even the people who think they're qualified are not qualified.
I think you have to activate a level of compassion and unconditional love within yourself to be able to do the work, to really do the work.
I think that's a good way to start.
Yes.
It's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
smart.
there's a lot of practice that comes after.
Mm-hmm. And wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you were waitressing, and then what happened?
So I'm waitressing. I'm connecting with these beings, and then I meet this woman who hands me the book "Bringers of the Dawn" by Barbara Marciniak. So that's a book with Pleiadian information.
Oh, so they were guided to you.
Yes. And as soon as I held it, I went, oh yeah, okay. And then as soon as I read it, I couldn't put it down. It was like I stayed up 24 hours, I read the entire thing.
You were obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Because it was familiar.
And activating. I felt like genetic activations were occurring in my body.
While you were reading.
Yes. That allowed me to access my own.
So they were fine-tuning your vehicle.
Yes.
And are there good and evil Pleiadians?
Okay, so from the 12th dimensional perspective, no, they don't exist in polarity like that. In 3D, sure, of course. 3D is the same on any planet, any star system. It's the same kind of polarized reality. So the higher up you go dimensionally, the more narrow the gap gets.
But they're on the 12th dimension?
Yes.
Is that the highest dimension?
No. The highest dimension is pure source energy. That's our point. That, from my understanding, that's our point of origin. That's who we all really are.
And what is their goal for you?
For me personally, to be a teacher, a guide, a purveyor of unconditional love, truth, wisdom, guidance, to help as many people as possible.
That's a good way to live.
It's an amazing way to live, and I'm incredibly grateful that I get to live this way.
Yeah. Do you connect with other extraterrestrials?
Yes.
And are there extraterrestrials among us on the Earth right now?
So the short answer is yes. Yes.
Well, I believe there is.
Of course, yes. But there are many different versions of that. Like, what I really understand from the Pleiadians and the Lemurians is that we all carry genetic information in our bodies that is extraterrestrial in origin.
Oh.
That ETs collectively came together and seeded life on this planet. So every single one of us identifies in some way as being extraterrestrial, whether it be Pleiadian or Lemurian or Sirian or Arcturian or Cassiopean or Zeta Reticula or on and on. There's so many species out there. I have very small conscious.
So the Lord didn't take a rib from Adam's side to make Miss Eve his bride. Is that what you're saying?
You could reinterpret that biblical story as the extraterrestrials doing that work. So yes,
right. You could, right, or that we didn't develop from apes or evolve from apes.
Yes, although I do think there's an evolutionary experience here, of course. You know, and
because we don't really know.
We don't
anything.
That's right.
We don't really know anything.
That's right.
We're just trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, I was thinking this morning about our conversation today, and the Pleiadians were reminding me of such an important piece, which is the only truth is the truth in the moment.
Yeah.
Because the story you've been running, even up till a minute ago, is just the story you were running until a minute ago. Mm-hmm. It's what do you access right now as your truth? What lands in your body as truth? So I work on that all the time, not recycling old information, but really, okay, what's true now?
What's true in the moment?
Yes.
So, can the is it Pleiadians?
That's correct. Yes.
How can they help us stop other terrorist attacks? Because I really believe we're going to have a slew of them coming up.
So.
And I obviously because it's in the news and it's Belgium and.
I've been to Belgium as well. I taught a workshop there 2 years ago. It's the only place in Europe I've taught a workshop. So I understand, you know, as you were talking about Belgium, I have a very personal connection there myself. I see two things about the terrorist attacks. One is that one of the things that we're doing here as we're integrating our higher selves and accessing that higher consciousness is we're cleaning up not just past life karma from Earth, but all this old galactic history. And that period of time that the Pleiadians refer to as the Orion Wars.
When was that?
Millions of years ago. Can't even put a date on it. It's my mental body can't access a timeline on that. The darkness that existed in our universe at that period of time was much greater. So the polarity was out of skew in the dark direction. Like we were at a 50-50 split of light and dark here in the 3D for a long time.
And
we're
now,
actually not anymore.
We're out of it.
We're out of it. We're more, okay, I gotta ask now. I gotta ask in the now. What they're saying is we flip-flop between, believe it or not, 40-60 and 30-70, light, bigger number light.
Well, I believe that the young kids, I have such faith and hope in the young kids and the crystal children and the indigo children, and they're very intuitive and they're very open and I feel have more of a conscience.
Yes. And more of a memory of who, we had to go to sleep. Like, we came in and went right to sleep about who we really were, and then had to reawaken on some level at least.
That's really true.
They don't have to do that. They can stay wide awake.
That's really true. That's really true. So, do your Pleiadians say when we will maybe have an opportunity to really acknowledge that there are extraterrestrials here?
That's a great question. Can I go back and track back just to the terrorist point? One more piece.
Yeah.
I think the way for us to really heal it, and it's always the hardest piece for me, is seeing the reflection, seeing the darkness as a reflection of something in myself, and stepping into more unconditional love and forgiveness with myself. That, to me, energetically, that's the foundation for that shift, the foundation for that healing. The physical always takes time to catch up. So we do these shifts energetically, and then the physical reality shifts to accommodate.
Right. Okay.
Okay, now disclosure. So you're asking about disclosure, yes?
Well, I mean, there's Roswell. And,
right. Well,
and there's, supposedly the American government is hiding little terrestrial bodies, little UFO people.
Well, the Pleiadians...
Little ETs.
Yes, the Pleiadians would say that disclosure has already happened on our world. It's more and more evident, increasingly evident, just in the experiences that everyday people are having, that we're in contact with other beings, whether they be extraterrestrial, angelic, spirit guide, or another form, fairy, elf. We are in contact more and more with these beings.
But it seems to me that the extraterrestrials have more connection to electrical things or physical electrical things.
Yes.
Even though spirits can make lights go on and off and TVs go on and off, they have more like they can screw your car up, the electrical system in your car.
Have you had that experience? Yeah. When I first started working with the Pleiadians, I was driving home, and there were a couple of guys in the car. I was young, and there were a couple of guys in the car next to me. Young, meaning I was 30. There were a couple of guys in the car next to me, and I was uncomfortable with their energy, and I knew they were following me, and I was getting near my home, and I really didn't want
them to follow you.
Yeah. So I called on the Pleiadians for help, and I went like that with my hand, and their hood flew up.
Wow.
Yeah. That was that period of time when I was half out of my body, not really having a very productive life. What I had to do then...
That's like Spider-Woman.
It freaked me out a bit. I didn't really expect that result. But I know that... So to answer that question about electronics and technology, the ET races do have third-dimensional counterparts that use technology, that use electronics in a way that the angelics don't.
Right. It's different.
Totally.
It's different. So would you say that all these different beings are on different dimensions, are in different dimensions?
Yes, and perhaps a different layer of the same dimension. Like you could have an extraterrestrial collective of the highest vibrational frequency and an angelic collective on that same dimension, but they might be on a different layer of it, a different realm of it. It's like different colors.
And if there's one thing that your Pleiadian people want to tell us to help heal the planet, what is it?
Oh, always from the Pleiadians, it's look to yourself, do your own work.
Work on yourself,
yes,
and learn self-love.
Yes. What is it that you are hiding from yourself? What is sitting in your own shadows that you feel shame about? Love yourself more. I think it used to be...
I think that's a really good lesson.
Yeah. It's, if I don't do that work myself, my life reflects it in every aspect. Remember how it used to be where you could be good at some things and not good at other things and get away with that? I don't think any of us can do that any longer. If we're holding something from ourselves right now...
Unless people don't have a conscience...
But even then...
But there are some people who cannot face the real truth about themselves and have their own their own philosophy of why they can live a certain way where other people cannot, and it's almost like they're entitled, or they think that way, and they're not, but they think that way.
Yes.
But they use the spirits as an excuse, or they use the extraterrestrial or whatever as an excuse, instead of really getting down to grassroots of, this is who I am. I'm not perfect, but this is who I am, and I'm going to love me no matter what.
That's right. Yes. And my sense is the reason those people are so disconnected in that way, while perhaps even emulating connection, is because they're in so much pain. There's something so...
That makes good sense. Did you study psychology?
No.
Those Palladian peoples?
Yes.
Well, they might have to come back on the show. I think I like them.
They like you too.
Yeah.
They think you're pretty cool.
Oh, that's very kind. So, can they give us any kind of hint of when extraterrestrials will be?
Yeah.
When?
Okay, so one of the things...
Is there a year?
One of the things that came through recently was that the potential for disclosure experiences, and that's the way they put it, not full-on government disclosure, and really their whole stance on the government and the authoritative kind of structure and hierarchy is stop needing somebody outside of you to tell you what your reality looks like or what's happening. Know what's happening for yourselves. But what they have said is, after this last eclipse, so we just had this lunar eclipse.
Yeah, big time.
So
you guys remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is March 2016. Go on.
So we had a solar eclipse a couple of weeks ago. We had a solar eclipse back on March 8th. Then we had the equinox on the night of the 19th, and then the lunar eclipse on the 23rd. So we had this equinox sandwich, which we always have every year. Every year at this time, we have a solar, a lunar, and the equinox in the middle. And every year at this time, we make an evolutionary jump in our consciousness. That's what the eclipses assist us with. Okay, so the solar eclipse gives us the illusion that we're disconnected from our power source, right? Can't see the sun anymore. Oh my God, I've lost my power. Oh, reboot. Oh, I have access to power again. Wow, I've got new power, new understanding of power. Okay, then the equinox comes along and balances us all out in that power, and then the lunar eclipse comes along and rips us open emotionally. Says, here's what's sitting in your shadow self.
Right. Okay.
Here's what you've got to heal.
Okay.
Here's what you've got to look at. So collectively, and look at what happened this week. The loss, the trauma. Here's what you've got to, the terrorist
attacks.
Right, Gary's death as well. Yeah. That was felt worldwide. The loss of that kind of light. You know, the illusion of the loss of that kind of light.
He truly was a good man. I mean, really, truly a good man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was here as a being of service and knew it consciously while operating as a comedian.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah. He had a lot of wisdom. But if you think about it, in the last 6 months, David Bowie, all these great musicians, all these famous people have passed away.
Yes.
Have crossed over.
And a lot of them groundbreaking in their consciousness.
Yeah. So what is that about?
Making way for that younger generation.
To bring their light in.
That's right. To say, okay, we're in our 20s now, we're in our 30s, we're ready. We're on. It's like the spotlight. It's playing out in the political theater, too.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. What do your Palladians think of Donald Trump?
They don't really have an opinion one way or the other on Donald Trump. They are aware that he is perpetrating. Actually, they're aware that he's operating in some ways as a clown.
Right. He is.
Yes. And then in other ways, he is a perpetrator of the magnification of the darkness. How dark you want to make it. How hateful you want to be. Let's go. Let's pretend like someone like that could be president. Let's pretend right now.
I have a feeling someone's going to try to hurt him. I feel his life's in danger.
Yeah, I think that anybody who ascends to that level of power and creates that kind of a disruption, because he is anti-establishment, that's true.
So do they have any idea of who's going to be president?
I'd love to get that answer from them, and they've not given me an answer on it. They won't. They're not big on predictions.
No.
No.
Is it because the answer's not there yet?
It's partly that, because where we're at
because
now.
we make choices we create our destiny by the choices
exactly.
we make. So
yes, and now we're operating as more full-fledged creators. So we used to create something and it would take years to bring it into being. So as a psychic, you could go, oh yeah, that'll happen. Like now as a psychic, I don't even bother because we're creating so quickly now, undoing, recreating. I don't do predicting any longer. What the Pleiadians are saying now on that election, on what the Pleiadians are saying actually about what will happen during this cycle. So that's what they'll just say. They'll call it this cycle. They won't even refer to the election. Is that we will give ourselves clear evidence of our shift, where we're at, by the choices we collectively make.
So there's still karma, and not everybody's going to make good choices.
That's right.
So where do you think life on Earth is headed, and how are beings from other planets assisting us?
Life on Earth, and I know it's hard to see, but I think you understand it because we've already talked about how there is more light than darkness here now.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I think so, but my analogy is I was told a long time ago to cover a coat of black paint, it takes 10 coats of white. You got to work really hard for goodness to happen. To cover a coat of white paint, it just takes 1 coat of black. It took years to build the World Trade Center. It took a couple hours for it to come down.
Well, the Pleiadians would say that's not actually true.
Oh.
As soon as that World Trade Center was built, that moment of destruction was created. It took just as long to take it down as it did to build it. It took longer, in fact, to take it down.
I don't understand that.
There was a co-creative process that happened that day. Anybody who was there agreed to be there on some level. You get that, right? Like, we're all...
Like an agreement.
Yes. We're all willing to play our part in the moment.
Yeah, I think everybody has a purpose.
Yes.
In some ways.
Yes. What they're saying is there was so much deception, deceit, dishonesty.
You mean in the World Trade Center?
In that building.
You mean because of the money and the greed?
Because of the abuses of power. It was a haven.
It's a thought.
A haven of abuse of power.
But many innocent lives were taken.
Absolutely.
Children.
Absolutely,
mothers,
yes.
fathers.
Yes. They're always very clear to say, and I know that, and this is how I work. Feel what you have to feel in every moment. Like, yeah, there's tremendous sadness, grief, loss, and at the same time, apply the higher perspective. Let yourself hold that truth.
So, in essence, there's really a bigger meaning about things that we don't really understand.
Yes.
And a bigger purpose for the planet that we don't really understand.
Yes, and we're beginning, I think, collectively to have that understanding.
I think so. But I still think we all have a lot to learn, all of us, including me and you and all of us.
Yes.
Well, you've made us think today. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
your people over there. Please tell them that not to wake me up in the middle of the night, just to tell them to stay with you.
They won't come home with you.
They won't?
No.
No, I mean, I'll invite them over one day, but...
They would love to be invited, but
Okay.
the Pleiadians will never invade space.
Okay, that's so nice.
They will
That's
never
so
do
nice
that.
Because, me being a medium, I've seen spirits floated over my head.
Yes.
Okay, so don't go away. I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to do a live reading. And I have no idea who I'm reading for. Thank you so much for being
Thank you,
here.
Char. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
If you like what you've seen on CharVision, then go to char.net and book a personal reading with me. or join a group reading, or join one of my workshops where I teach you to be psychic and intuitive. If you like what you've seen on CharVision, then go to char.net and book a personal reading with me, or join a group reading, or join one of my workshops where I teach you to be psychic and intuitive. Hey everybody, you probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done, it's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Thank you. Hey everybody, you probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done, it's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Thank you. Hey, we're back. And if you like what Nora Herold had to say, you can reach her at noraherold.com. All right, so now I have my little victim here for a reading. I don't know how, I think Elisa's like convincing all these young kids to come in for their readings, which I love because I love young energy. I like old energy too, but I really love young energy and I love creative young energy, and I feel like that's all the kind of people Elisa brings to me. This is Chelsea, everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so if you could just be open about everybody living and deceased, and if more than one person share the same name or initial, if you could let me know that, your messages will go more smoothly. Mm-hmm. I always say my prayer protection, which I'm going to say real quick, and then we're going to start. And I say a prayer because there's good and bad spirits, and I don't take any chances. So we ask the universal consciousness that holds the highest spiritual power of knowledge, wisdom, and truth to guide and protect us as we communicate with our guides and angels in the spirit world and tap into the wisdom of the universe. We respect this opportunity and take full responsibility to use this not for ego or controlling others, but with the pure intention of spreading love and healing life on this earth and beyond. Do you have a David around you?
I know someone with a middle name David.
Is that family? Or
No.
somebody close to you?
Someone close to me.
Was that a romance?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, and I sometimes get middle names, so thank you for being open about that.
For sure.
And is he still around you romantically, this man, this young man? And are you two planning to take a weekend somewhere, or a drive, or a weekend?
Yeah.
Are you going like to mountains, water?
Ojai.
Mountains.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where Nora just came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. I like him. He's a good guy.
Love it.
Do you like him?
Hmm.
I think he's a nice man.
He's really nice.
And I feel like he's considerate.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's appreciative. And he doesn't take things for granted. He's kind of mature
Mm-hmm.
for his age. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like
very
an old
mature.
man
Yeah. Kind of.
in some ways. But I like that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely the first person that I've been so open to that was this nice.
That's so nice. I'm glad for you that you found a good guy.
Thanks.
I'm not always like this. Anybody who's had a reading from me in the last 40 years go, no, get rid of him. He's not good. Blah blah. No, but I like him.
I love it.
And I also see an M.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have somebody that's an M? Do you have someone deceased that's an M?
Yeah.
A female
I
or male M?
have two actually.
Is there one that's spelled M-A?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a female?
Yes.
Like a Mary, Marie,
Marge.
Marge. Is that your grandma?
Yeah.
And she's deceased.
Yeah.
Did she have cancer?
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. Okay, who had cancer? Somebody had cancer.
My mom had cancer, but she's
But your mom's
alive.
living, right?
Yeah.
Is Marge your mom's
Yes.
mom?
Yes. Stepmom. but
Stepmom. Because I feel like she's saying your mom's okay. Whoever had cancer is okay.
Great.
And there's a male M. Is he spelled M-I or M?
You.
Like Murray?
Mm-hmm. Murray.
Is that your grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, just say yes or no.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, let me know if I'm
I
talking
want to
too
hear
much.
it phonetically on my own. I want to hear them. But that's
Awesome.
okay. So Murray's your grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
And now is that your dad's? Is that your mom's dad?
Mm-hmm.
And so Marge was his second wife?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so I feel like they're all around you. And then did you just change your home, or are you changing your home? Who is? Is your mom changing her home, or who's changing their home?
My sister is thinking about it.
I feel like there's going to be a change of home. Is there an S? Is your sister an S or C?
She's a C.
Is she C with an N in it or an R?
Both.
Like Caroline or Christine or Christina or something like this?
Close.
Okay. Catherine, I don't know the name, but it's C with an R and an N in it. Is it C-H?
Mm-mm.
But it's C with an R and an N in it.
Yes.
Karen, I don't know the name, but it's C with an R and an N. That's the
Yeah.
best I'm going to get. I feel like they're telling me that this person is going to make a change.
Okay.
Or who wants children or has children?
I don't know.
Do you want kids
Not right now.
one day?
One day, yeah.
No. Does Marge have grandchildren?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a child? Is there a little person? Or does someone having a baby?
Not that I know of.
I'm hearing something about somebody having a child or somebody getting pregnant.
Now I'm gonna go to the gyno after this. I hope it's
Why,
not
you're
me.
not pregnant,
I
right?
hope not. I mean, not that I'm
Well,
aware.
but you'll be. Then maybe you need to just be smart and make sure you use protection and stuff. So you
Oh,
don't.
I'm
I mean,
on birth control, but now
Okay.
I'm double worried.
okay. No, I don't think it's you.
Okay.
I don't think it's you.
Okay.
I don't think it's you.
Okay.
Who's the B? Brian or
Yeah.
Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Best friend, gay best friend.
Your gay best friend.
Mhm.
We all need a gay best friend.
Yeah. hmm Yeah, very, very good friend.
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
He likes David, blank David, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an R or B with David's first name, or R, or a J or G? Who's a J or G then?
Let me see. Jay is last name of my grandparents.
Is it J-A,
Mm-hmm.
like J-A-C, or J-A-K? I don't know, but J-A.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an N in that name or an R in it?
Mm-mm.
But it's J-A something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Jason or J...
Oh, I thought of another Jay.
What?
Jay's the middle name of someone. It's
Just
kind of hard to explain.
somebody living, you mean?
Mm-mm.
Or someone deceased? Is
Deceased.
is it a male, the one
Mhm.
deceased? Is it spelled J-A, the middle name, or J-O, like Joseph or John?
Mm-hmm. Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Is that somebody that didn't grow old?
Yeah.
Or that did not, was it like somebody who was stillborn, or that wasn't, that didn't grow old?
Like 60s, so I
Oh,
guess.
so no, that's
yeah.
not a younger person. Who is this?
Who's the Jonathan? That was my dad.
Oh, that was your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think he might be here. Why am I thinking there's also a young person?
I don't know.
Was there a young person that passed? Or did someone have a miscarriage, abortion?
Not that
Did your mom?
a long time ago.
That's what I'm getting.
okay. Before I was born. I mean,
But
when
it was before you were born.
Yeah.
And that's the child, I think, that I'm feeling that didn't make it.
Interesting.
And then was he, Jonathan, middle name, was he the dad to that child?
No.
That was someone else.
Yeah.
Okay. Did your mom have 2 marriages?
Mm-mm.
Or just one?
One.
Okay, but she had an abortion or a miscarriage with the other man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like that person wasn't supposed to be, though.
Definitely not.
Definitely not supposed to be.
She was like in her 20s.
Why am I seeing a Boot? Is there anyone named Boots or Boot, or you didn't have like a cat or dog or anything named Boot, or
No, that's a
anything
cute name.
snow? Anything in the snow? You never lived by the snow, or you're not going somewhere. Something with a boot.
I can think of a snow situation.
What?
I had a cousin.
Did she die?
Mm-hmm.
Was she in the snow when she died?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's here
Mm-hmm.
because I'm seeing a boot, and then if it's not the name of a cat or dog or something,
Mm-hmm.
it's a person in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
It's symbolic, and I feel like she wants the family to know she's okay. I'm also hearing an S or C.
Mm-hmm.
Is that her name, or her last name, or her mom, or?
Both of her initials are S, and
Her
my
first-
mom is also S.
But is her first name an S?
Mhm.
The girl who died?
Yes.
Is it S-U or S with an R in it or an L?
Mm-mm.
But it's S.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an R or L with your mom, or R or N with your mom?
There's an N.
She's not a Susan, though.
Yes, she is Susan.
That's your mom.
Yeah.
Is the cousin that died in the snow her cousin?
No.
That's the other side.
Yes.
And the one that died in the snow started with an S.
Yes.
Is there a T in her name, or an M or N in it?
N?
M?
N.
N.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know her name, but
It's
your
a
mom is
holiday.
Susan.
Yeah.
Is it S-A, or it's S with an N? I don't know her name, or Sonia. I don't know the name. I just know that the
Close.
one with, is it like S-O-N or S-O? Sophie or
Shona.
Shona? Close enough.
Yeah.
That she wants the family to know she's okay. And so, and I'm hearing that Susan's okay, but Susan's the one who had a cancer scare, but now she's okay.
Right.
And then her husband was middle name Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Was it unexpected, his death,
Well,
or he had been ill?
he'd been ill.
Okay. I feel like he's apologizing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he left her in a rut or money-wise, or left her in a... he's apologizing for not organizing things better for her.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe for you, too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever see him? Does he come in dreams?
Yeah, in dreams.
When he comes in dreams, there's a reason. And when he comes in dreams, it's probably symbolic, but whatever you dream, be aware of it, because there's probably symbolism in this. And I'm hearing about writing. Are you a writer?
I do write, yeah.
I feel like you should do more with writing.
Cool.
Do you like writing?
Yeah.
I feel
would
you're
like
really.
that.
I feel like you're really good with writing.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I resonate with that a lot.
Are you one of the people connected with Elisa's show, the thing?
Yes.
She sent me the nicest people. So you're very gifted. And wait, this isn't the makeup breakup. What is it? No, this is a different show. Okay, totally different show. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling you're really good at this, though.
Thank you.
And you like it, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be some doors opening with this.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Have they opened yet? Or they're opening?
Have we premiered? We premiered.
You
Yeah.
premiered.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us
Yeah.
what it is so we can watch it. Everybody on TV can watch, and CharVision can watch it.
Do you want me to talk?
Yeah.
tell
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Tell us everything.
Okay.
Spill the beans.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know this was coming. It's called Clever Now, and it's a pop culture show that comes out on Verizon's app, Go 90. So it's really exciting, and Elisa is the amazing executive producer and showrunner.
Yeah,
and
Elisa is also, I'm honored to have Elisa as my producer. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you for everything you do for me. I love you too.
Mhm.
And John Williams, my
Always my
engineer,
pleasure,
thank
hon.
you so much. And Tony out in the other room, wherever you are. And Nikki and Nicole in my office, who work so hard to make sure all the social media stuff is done and connected. I think I'm done reading for you.
Uh-huh.
Is that okay? Or
That's
did you have a
okay.
question?
I could ask one question.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to know if my dad knew how I was doing, and
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I feel like he's really proud of you.
Okay.
I feel like
great.
he knows. Why am I seeing a number 5? I don't know. Were you 15, 5? Did he pass away on the 5th, 25th, May? I don't know. He's showing me the number 5. I don't know why I'm seeing the number 5. But anyway,
Interesting.
I feel you might figure it out later on.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like he knows everything you're doing, but he wants you to write, and I don't know why. You must be a good writer.
He definitely,
Was he a writer?
he loved writing and always encouraged that.
Yeah,
so.
and you have his abilities, his gifts with this. And I feel like he loves you and he loves your mom.
Great. I
yeah,
love that.
you
It's good to hear.
send it on to her.
Okay.
Is she having a hard time, your mom?
She's okay. I think it was a 15-year illness, so she had time to think about
That
it.
might be the 5 I was saying, the one.
Oh, yeah.
15. So he had what, cancer?
ALS.
He had ALS?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a horrible disease.
Yeah. Thanks for
The-
saying that.
If people at home don't know what ALS is, your brain is as sharp as a tack. Everything is you're as aware of everything going on around you, but your body starts deteriorating. That's it's horrific what you guys went through.
Thank you. Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that was like. Well, I feel like his body's whole now and he's happy.
Okay, good.
Maybe
I
his-
feel that.
Yeah, I feel like he's really, really happy. And when he comes to in dreams, he's smiling, right?
Yeah, I kind of forget, because his face, lost muscle, so I sort of forget what
Right.
that was even like, but,
Aw.
in pictures I have some that where he is. But yeah, It's a hard illness.
What did
Thanks
you
for saying
bring
that.
something of his today? Did you bring a picture of him?
I don't think so.
You don't have a picture of him on your phone, or
Yes, I've got to.
you have a picture of him on your phone?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. We got to get going
Okay.
because it's time to wrap up.
Okay.
You are so sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you so
appreciate
much
it.
for being here.
Absolutely.
And,
Thank
and
you.
for trusting me to talk to you, and know that your daddy's just a thought away.
Thank you. I appreciate
It's never
it.
easy though. It's
Yeah.
never easy, but I guess in some ways it's never easy, but to let go of a body that's always in pain, it's easier to let go a little bit. A little bit. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And what? Elisa's Oh, it's the end of it's the end of the season, but I thought we have another show next
Oh, yeah, we do. I'm sorry.
we have a show airing next Friday, but this is our last live show. That's why I was thanking everybody from season 3. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank all of you for watching, and we'll see you at season 4.
And hit us up in the comments section.
Oh yeah, hit us up, and Elisa's producing me. Hit us up in the comment section because we'd love to hear what you would like us to have on the show. Who you would like besides your daughter who can sing and dance, or your son who's a ventriloquist or whatever. But whatever subjects you have, we're happy to put new people on. So go to the comment section of YouTube and let us know. Just go to char.net and you can watch every show that you missed, or maybe watch some again. Okay, all the best. God bless you. Thank you. Bye-bye.